Hello, this is Robert Perkins, the immigration professor. Today I'm going to do a video about investor-based visas and green card based on investment. It's going to go at the basic level, just kind of going over the different options for people overseas that are looking at doing this. All of my videos can be found on my website, which is www.immigration-professor.com. We do immigration law all over the United States. If you have a specific question about a case or need us to help you plan your strategy, please call us at 310-384-0200. We do immigration all over the world and all over the United States. So people are considering coming to the United States. They want to invest. They may want to invest to retire in the United States. What are some of the options that exist for investors? I guess I'll write the word investors over here. The first is a green card through investment. And let's go over the requirement there. The second is temporary visas. Mainly I mean an investor visa called the E-2 investor visa. And the last, which is often the best option for people, is a visa called an L1, which is a visa for an intercorporate transfer. Let's go over the green card. It's always nice to have a green card. If you can have one quickly, is of course the best option. In order to get a green card through investment, the law requires that you invest $1 million or $500,000 in a targeted area. What do they mean by a targeted area? Is an area where there's high unemployment and there's more of a need for investment, kind of a neglected area. And every state has different areas where you can invest only $500,000. So that's one of the requirements. And people ask me, well, do I have to invest the whole million, or can I borrow some of the money? How can I put this together? And the answer is that the law is quite generous about what they consider to be an investment. The investment can be inventory. It can be a loan, although the loan has to be secured by assets outside of the investment. Let me give you an example. Let's say, for example, you're buying a basketball manufacturing company here in the United States, and you buy a small building for, I don't know, $800,000, and you put down 20%, which is $160,000. So you have financed, let's say it is $640,000. Okay. Now let's say you also put $200,000 cash. So finance, and then down payment over here, and that's your investment. The problem is, in terms of $1 million, this should be 200K here. Problem is, in terms of $1 million, that because the building is owned by the business or part of the business, this financing would not count if it is secured by the actual property that you're investing in. However, if, for example, the financing is secured by your property in your country and is not tied up with the corporate investment in the United States, you can actually count this, and with all of these, you would have the $1 million that you needed for a green card. So again, the first requirement is you have to invest $1 million, or in some areas, $500,000. The next requirement is that you have to create, or show that you will create, 10 jobs outside of your own for U.S. citizens or permanent residents or green card holders. So you have to present a business plan and such that shows that you're going to do this. What happens is, if you're able to show this, you get a permanent resident or green card for 2 years, and then at the end of the 2 years they look at your investment, and if it's still existing and still doing well, you get a regular green card. And of course, 5 years after first getting your green card, you can become a naturalized citizen. So that is green card through investment. There are also several places that have been set up for investors where they are already approved by immigration for the investor visa. And you can look at that, or you can call our office at 310-384-0200. Again, all of our videos can be seen on our website, www.immigration-professor.com. The temporary visa for investment is called an E-2. It is only available with countries that we have a treaty. So you have to look and see if your country has a treaty with the United States. The visa is available for up to 5 years, but it can be renewed. And you have to show you're investing a substantial amount of money. There is actually no minimum amount. However, it depends on the type of business involved, but our office usually suggests that the investment be at least $150,000. We would consider doing cases for investments that are less, but we would want to know a lot more details about the case. Also, in terms of the substantiality of the investment, we'd want to see at least several employees who are citizens or permanent residents that are part of the business. And you'd have to show that you're coming here to manage those employees. So that's a little bit about the E-2 investor visa. It's a fairly quick visa to get, and in most cases you can get one in a couple of months. I see that I don't really have much time on this video to talk about L1 visas, which are intercorporate transfer visas. I'm going to talk a little bit about them. It's where you have a company overseas, and you start or have a company in the U.S. You can transfer over executives, managers, and people with special knowledge of the company. And that's another way that people ought to consider. It's called the L1 coming to the United States. There's also a green card available for people that have L1s. That depends on certain conditions being met, namely that these companies both continue to be in existence and expand and grow. So that's the third option that one should consider. And again, we'll have more videos about the details of L1s, E2s, as well as green cards in subsequent videos. You can see all of our videos on my website, www.immigration-professor.com. Or if you have a specific question, call our office at 310-384-0200. We do immigration law all across the United States and, in fact, all around the world, and have regional offices in California as well as Illinois. Thank you so very much for your time.